2 varieties of eggplant, and 30-ish varieties of peppers are in for the season. Come with me and let's see what peppers we are growing this season. Hello and welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. Alicia and I are here and we are going to talk about what we're going to plant next. And y'all, it's time for us to start our peppers and one other vegetable that needs at least 8 weeks before we put it outside. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am sitting here with my daughter and we are getting ready to start some more seeds. Now we are in late February and it's time for us to start the next big batch of vegetables that we need to get transplanted into the garden in or after the frost, I should say after our last frost. So we are done with all of our cool season crops at this time. We're not planting any more cool season crops. We are only going to focus on warm season crops from here on out. And this is our first really big batch of warm season crops. And we're going to focus on peppers and eggplant. Yes, y'all, I said eggplant. I went back, I double checked all of my books and everything. And when I checked those books, I didn't start my eggplant until mid-March. So about 3 weeks later than what I'm trying to start it now. And I've done some reading and it says that you should start your eggplants anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks before you plan on putting them outside. And I did notice that I didn't start getting eggplants till super late in the season. So I want to put a more established plant out this year. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eggplant right now, along with my peppers. So I got my seed starting journal out, and in my seed starting journal, I looked to see, where am I, what we need to do next. And I had a note in here saying that I was going to do peppers tomorrow, but we're going to do those today. So let me mark that in my book. And I didn't even have eggplant on the list. So I'm glad I took time to get the eggplant information. So now eggplant is on the list as well. Now eggplant, you don't want to plant it out right when that last frost, when you have your last frost. You do want your soil to warm up just a bit. So maybe 2 weeks after your last frost, you can put those out. I live in zone 6B, Southwest Ohio. My last frost date is the end of April. That's about 8 weeks from now. But if I can start my eggplants up to 10 weeks before when I put them out, that would be right now. Because I would be putting the eggplants out probably in the first week or so of May. So that's why we're going to do eggplants and peppers. So I've put the eggplants and peppers in my seed starting journal. Y'all, I have a video out there on the 3 seed starting journals that I have. I created it for me and along with some of my wonderful subscribers and viewers and people leaving comments. Every year the book has gotten better and better. I've updated this book. If you're interested in knowing more about my seed starting journal, you can check out that video. Miss Alicia is going to help me here. So as I'm going through the different seeds, she's going to go ahead and start putting them in here for me. So let me tell you what we're going to use. We are going to use our LetPot seed starting station for these because I need to start a lot of different varieties of things, and everything that I'm starting needs a little warmth. So the LetPot seed starting kit has a light, it has a heater, right? It has everything it needs, and it's got 40 cells. And this is what I've been starting a lot of my seeds in this year, and I'm really liking it. So I did have some other things in here. A lot of cool season crops were in here, and I went ahead and up-potted everything except for a couple of things that I'm going to give them just a little more chance to decide to come to the party or not. So some of the things that I have in here includes a couple peppers that we were playing around with and we started early. So I got a couple peppers in here and a couple, no, that's peppers as well. I have some celery, some marjoram, and some sage. So other than that, y'all, all of these cells are empty. But that's what I kind of like about it, because when these peppers right here get true leaves, I can pop out that one cell, go up pot them, and put something else in. So even though the whole tray is not ready, most of the cells were. And so this is what we will be using. Again, the LetPot system links will be below to everything. Links to my Amazon store will be below, right? Everything I use, you can either find it in my Amazon website, or there's going to be a link in the description itself. Now I think we're ready. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, slide closer to me. So I already have my name tags made up here. Let's talk about the eggplant, the two different varieties that we are going to start. I didn't get a good harvest last year, and I really believe it's because I started my seeds too late, and I didn't necessarily have them in the best location, and I think I only had 2 plants to begin with, maybe 3 at most. So we're going to plant a few more eggplants this year. So we're going to do the diamond eggplant right here. The diamond eggplant is 75 days to maturity, and y'all, it's slim and long. So you know, if I don't want to make a huge meal, especially since I'm the only person in the house that really eats eggplant, every now and then my mom will, I can get one of these, maybe 2 of these, and make a small batch versus a great big old Black Beauty eggplant that's so big I can feed the neighborhood. So we'll be doing diamond eggplant. Put me 4 seeds in there, okay? There you go, perfect. She poured out exactly 4 seeds, y'all. If I had tried to pour them on the table, I'd have poured the whole pack. I'd have turned the table over. I would have knocked over the container. And she was able to pour 4 seeds like it was nothing. We're going to wait and cover everything at the end. The next one I'm going to do is called the Bonanza Hybrid. I got this one from Burpees, so here's a picture of it. And it says it's a towering, robust plant yielding massive fruit all summer. Now, y'all, I just told you sometimes I don't want a big old eggplant to feed the neighborhood. But I know my neighbors like eggplant as well. So I figured I would do one for small meals and one for larger meals as well. And so that's where the Bonanza comes in for me. It's 60 days to harvest. It has a dense, flavorful flesh, and it keeps its firm texture when it's cooked, which I thought was pretty good. So I could make eggplant parmesan or something like that, and that's a meal by itself. And it says start indoors 8 to 10 weeks before the last frost. You see, y'all, been doing some research, and the pack says it as well. So for this one, give me 4 seeds as well, and here's your little tag. Now I am going to jump over into peppers. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm starting a whole bunch of peppers right now. But y'all, see, what happened was I got an email from Rare Seeds or Baker's Creek saying that they were having a sale, 20% off of all tomatoes. So y'all know I went to the website to pick up a few extra tomatoes for future seasons. Not necessarily putting them in this season, but who knows? I haven't done tomatoes yet. But while I was there, my hand, hit that button, and I got some more peppers. So we're going to start these, and we'll probably start a few other ones. But this is the bulk of the peppers that we're going to be starting today. The first one I want to talk about is Yellow Monster. We've already started Yellow Monster from before. Yeah, I've tried twice now to get my Yellow Monster seeds to germinate, and they are not germinating. And these seeds are 3 years old. I don't know what's going on, but I've already planted 4 more, and we will see if it comes up or not. And if it doesn't come up, y'all, that was some of the seeds that I bought from Baker's Creek earlier today. The other one that we've already planted, I just want to make sure you see it here, is this one right here. We've already planted it. And y'all, we've already up potted it so we can get this into our indoor green stalks before we even get them outside so they can get established. So that one's already done. I've already done my sweet bell mix. This one is already done. It's a mixture between a red, an orange, and a yellow bell. We did this one already. And guess what, y'all? This one is already in the indoor green stalk that I have my peppers in. So we just need them to get big and healthy and get ready to go outside. So I don't need to plant any of those as well. I've also already have in here my Hungarian Magyar. It's my paprika pepper. I up potted a few of them already today. And I already have a second cell set up because we want to do a lot of the paprika peppers. This one is for real sweet. Not like that other one I was trying to grow. This one really is sweet. And I want to make a lot of paprika powder this year. It says that it's a 4-inch crimson red pepper. I want to grow as much as possible. I want to make as much paprika powder as possible. And I want to give them away as Christmas gifts. So this one is already done as well. I've also done the golden treasure. This seed came from Azure Standard. And this one is it's a sweet treasure is what it says. They're 9-inch long yellowish orange peppers that are really, really sweet. I've never grown it before, so this will be our first year growing it. The plants grow to about 3 feet tall. 3 feet tall is about how tall they'll get. So they will need some staking. None of these other ones are super small. They'll probably all need staking so far. And the only other one that I've started is Thunderbolt. Here's a picture of Thunderbolt. And I have 4 already going right now. But guess what, y'all? We're going to grow some more. Thunderbolt is my absolute favorite pepper. It is the best pepper I've ever grown. And now I can't find the seeds. It was right on top. What'd I do with them? It is a horn-shaped pepper. It's super thick wall. You can eat it green like you can eat all your peppers green. But if you wait and you let that pepper get that deep red, y'all, that pepper is sweet. Now, I have 1 tray already, or 1 spot of Thunderbolt already going. But guess what, y'all? We're getting ready to start a second one because we want 2 of Thunderbolt. For every one of these cells, we are putting 4 peppers in each. And that's just kind of our starting point, just to be honest with you. If they germinate and they do well, 4 might be enough. If they don't germinate, I know I need to add some more to them. So we'll just see how they do, but we're going to start with 4 of each. This year, I created a series of videos, and Pepper had a video all to itself of all the different types of peppers I'm going to grow this year. And I go into a lot of detail, tell you a lot of information about the peppers. Today, I'm going to just quickly let you know what I'm growing. If you want a lot of information, I recommend you check out my pepper, what am I growing video. So the next one we're going to do is King of the North. It's bred for northern gardeners. It's been a staple in my garden now for years, y'all, just to be honest with you. I've been growing it a long time. It's a typical bell pepper. I like the fact that it gets really big, a decent size anyway. Nice thick wall pepper. The next one that we're going to talk about is the sweet long mix. Now this is probably the oldest pepper that we're going to know. Yeah, it is the oldest. This seed pack is from 2013. So this seed is every bit 13 years old, but it's just a sweet long pepper mix, but they're sweet. There's no heat in them. And so we are going to grow that one as well. The next one we're going to do is Jimmy Nardello. It's an Italian frying pepper right here. This upcoming year, what I want to do is blister them the same way I do shishitos to see if they taste any better that way versus them just getting mixed into the batch when I'm starting to freeze all of my sweet peppers and that kind of stuff. The next 3 that I want to talk about are seeds that my neighbor collected back in 2014. So these seeds are 12 years old. He collected them from the garden. He said it was the best year he had ever had with this particular sweet pepper. It is, we call it yummy peppers. Okay. And y'all, they germinate really, really well for me. I think it was last year or the year before last. Y'all, I didn't think they were going to germinate. So I just made 1 cell and I put in like 20 seeds. I mean, I put in 20 and 30 came out, if you know what I mean. Every seed germinated. So I'm going to assume we're still in a good spot when it comes to the yummy peppers. They may really be called Yum Yum. I'm not 100% sure, but he wrote yummy on there. And we have it in yellow, we have it in red, and we have it in orange. The one thing about this particular pepper, they're all sweet, y'all. They're all very fruity, sweet. They're snacking peppers. But the one thing about this particular pepper, the plants stay fairly short, right? It's less than 24 inches. I like to put my yummy peppers in the top tier of my green stalks, as well as my shishitos and a couple other ones that I know they stay short in stature. I like to put them in the top tier of my green stalk, and so they don't need that much staking. So the next one that we're going to talk about is the Costa Rican sweet hybrid. It's a Marconi type pepper. And I always grow the giant Marconi, which we'll get to here in a minute, I'm sure. But this one's just slightly different. It's slightly shorter, so it's short and fatter or wider through the shoulders than the traditional Marconi. Since we're already talking about the Marconi style peppers, let's go ahead and talk about the giant Marconi. And here it is here. I got this one from M.I. Gardener. Let it get red, it'll get sweet. And this one has a hint of smoke, it says. I don't remember that part, just to be honest with you. But it is a nice sweet pepper with a thick wall. It can get about 8 inches long. So that's the giant Marconi. The next one that we're going to do is the Cubanelle. The Cubanelle sweet pepper, Italian frying pepper. It has a little thicker skin. It's not thin skin like the Jimmy Nardello. It's a thicker skin. That's why I like it. And that's why I don't eat so much of the Jimmy Nardello, because it's thin. I like thick skin peppers. On the pack, it's green, but y'all, when it gets ripe, it turns a yellowish, reddish color. And so, y'all, I think that's all of my sweet peppers. Yep. And y'all, I got more hot peppers than sweet peppers this year, which is unusual. That's not usually the case for me. But before I jump into my hot or spicy peppers, I do want to talk just a little bit about my no heat peppers. So basically, these next few peppers that I'm going to talk about are peppers that has a sister, brother, cousin that is hot and spicy, but the ones I'm getting ready to share with you are not. And we will start with the shishito pepper. The shishito pepper, about 1 in 1,000 might have a little bit of heat, but the rest of them are going to be perfectly fine. I like to eat my shishito peppers blistered. I just put them in a little oil. I might cut a little slit in them so they don't pop open. Put them in a little oil and blister them. And I plan on doing the exact same thing with my Jimmy Nardello this upcoming season. Now, we are over halfway done. Miss Alicia is doing a good job helping me. She's getting 4 in each one. She's doing a really good job. So the next no heat pepper is going to be a pepper from Burpees, and it's called Sweet Thing. Y'all, it's gonna look like a cayenne pepper, but it's gonna be the cayenne pepper for people who can't take the heat. So if you love that taste, and to me, cayenne peppers actually have a taste. They're not just heat, where you lose all of your taste buds, right? Because you burn them all out. Cayenne peppers have nice flavor. I use a ton of cayenne pepper when I'm making my hot sauce because that's the preferred flavor that I like. My family just can't take the heat. Some of them anyway. So I figured let's get some cayenne pepper so I can increase the amount of that flavor without so much of the heat. It's called Sweet Thing. And y'all, I had never heard of it until this year. So we're going to have some fun with Sweet Thing. The next one we're going to do is not a pino. It's the jalapeno taste without the jalapeno heat. So that's going to be the next one that we're going to get into, not a pino. The next one is habanada. So habanero, but without the heat, habanada. And habanada, y'all, is so fruity. The taste is so fruity. And I didn't get many this past season, but the season before, y'all, I had so many. I mean, I froze just habanada peppers because they came in so heavy. Now I'm getting into, for real, what I call my spicy peppers. And I'm going to be honest with you, some of them not that hot, but they're hot for my family anyway. So the first one we'll get into will be the Tam jalapeno. And so this is just the basic jalapeno pepper. The thing I like about the Tam jalapeno pepper is that, y'all, it's a bigger pepper. It's a milder jalapeno style pepper, but not as much heat. And the pepper gets larger. Then if you've ever grown like the early jalapeno peppers, these get almost about twice the size of those. Oh yeah, and by the way, y'all, I got another jalapeno pepper. It's called Megatron. I'm not growing it now because I already have it growing. It's already been up potted and everything. It's just waiting to get bigger and happier when the weather gets warmer. Next, we're going to do Anaheim chili. That's this one right here. I think I only had one plant last year. I mean, it came in, it did okay. Nothing to write home about, but I really do want more hot peppers because I'm providing food to more families every year. The amount of families that we are providing vegetables to continues to grow. And so super, super happy about being able to support the community that way. Oh, I missed one that I wanted to do together. And the other jalapeno pepper that I forgot to talk about is called potapino. Potapino, y'all. Isn't that cool? Here's a picture of it. It's from Burpees. And it's new to me this year. This is when my finger did the walking at Burpee's website when I had no business being on the website. It's a cascading jalapeno that you can put in a hanging basket. So I thought that was pretty cool. 45 to 50 days to harvest them green. If you want to harvest them red, 60 to 65 days. And the peppers are 3 to 4 inches long is what it says. So that's going to be pretty cool. The fact that it can go in a hanging basket, right? I just said, we have to try it. We have to try it. That's all I just like, yeah, we got to try that one. I do have a free seed here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm just going to put it here for you to see. Since I bought so much from Baker Creek this year, they gave me some free seeds. Now, I don't know much about this little yellow pepper other than it's 80 days to harvest. It's a Brazilian pepper, and it says it's tangy and sweet with a hint of heat. It says that one plant is very productive and on average with over 100 little peppers. Ooh, over 100 little peppers. That's a lot, y'all. And these pepper seeds are kind of small, so that's telling me that the plants are going to be fairly small as well. But y'all, hey, it's a free seed. We're going to give it a try. The next pepper seed is going to be my Baggio. And this seed is very, very old, so it may not germinate, y'all. But we are going to try. So the next two we're going to talk about are my Poblanos. 4 Poblanos. There's the traditional Poblano that's going to turn into an ancho if I let it dry out. And then I have this chocolate Poblano right here. And y'all, I have tried to grow this chocolate Poblano for so many years at this point. I've had this seed for 3 years. I've gotten a plant, but I've never gotten a chocolate Poblano. That's my last 4 seeds. So if it don't work this time, y'all, it's just not going to work because that's the last 4 seeds that I have. And then, y'all, I'm giving up on the chocolate Poblano. But you know I'm going to find something else to take its place. It's not like I don't have 60 varieties or 70 or 80 or how many ever I have. The next one that we're going to talk about is the Serrano. There it is right there. We added quite a bit of Serrano to our hot sauce this year. Our hot sauce had mostly cayenne peppers, jalapeno peppers, and Serrano peppers. So that's where the heat came from for my hot sauce this past season. And I made a lot, y'all. I made a lot of hot sauce and I gave a lot away. I've already told you that we're going to do cayenne peppers. My favorite, cayenne peppers. Now this plant stays short too. This says that it's only a 2-foot plant. That's another one that will be good to go in the green stalk on one of the higher tiers. And I'm going to start more than 4 of these because I know I sell a lot of these at my plant sales. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 6 of these because I know I'm going to have to start more either way I look at it. And the last one that we're going to talk about is the big Thai pepper. This is a hybrid. I've never grown Thai peppers before. They're on a 30-inch plant, 4 to 5-inch fruit. I know that my son-in-law and his whole side of the family and everybody, they love Thai chili peppers or Thai peppers. They love Thai food. So I figured, why not? So let's get some of those going. All right. So I just finished talking about all the different peppers, and Alicia has finished putting all the peppers in for me. Now that's a lot of peppers and eggplant, right? And eggplant. So we got them all in here. And you notice all we did was lay them on top, because it is easier to come back and cover them up with soil than it is to try to mix them in. So that's the plan. So I have this teeny little cup right here. All right, we'll let Buttons be in the screen here for just a minute. I think she wants to say hi to Mom first. All right. There she is. Say hi. Oh, no kisses. Say hi to everybody. There. So Buttons is a whopping 4 pounds now. Farm dog is getting tall, but she's watching her figure, so she's eating her vegetables. All right. So I'm going to take this little bitty cup, and I have my seed starting mix, and all I'm going to do is just cover these seeds up with a little bit of soil, and I'm going to press down. And I'm going to do that for every one of these. So I've gone across the front. I got one more here. And then I will bring you back when I finish this step. All right. So we got our seeds in here. The soil is already super moist, so I don't need to do anything. I have this down as far as it'll go, so there's no reason to raise it or anything like that. I typically don't use the outside corners of this. I try to stick to the middle, but y'all, I needed almost every cell, and we used almost every cell. So anyway, we got the seeds in. I'm going to make sure that the heat mat is on a good temperature. Let's get it back turned on here. There we go. And so I have the heat mat, because this right here is a heat mat underneath. It's on. We have the light on a timer as well. I don't have anything in that cell, so we'll put that in there so it can measure the moisture and everything else. And y'all, the peppers are started. We updated our seed starting journal with all the different varieties of peppers that we are starting today, as well as the eggplant. So y'all, the peppers are in for the season in about 7 to 14 days. You want to grow your peppers between 70 and 85-ish degrees. That's how warm you want your heat mat. So if you have a heat mat on your peppers, they will grow faster. So that's why I said 7 to 14 days. Without a heat mat, y'all, it could be 21 days, because if they're not warm enough, they're going to be slower to germinate. I want to get them germinated so I know which ones are viable and which ones aren't, so we can replace them with the new peppers that are coming in. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you choose to hang out at Kim's Cozy Corner with me. Talk to you again soon. Bye.